completely swept out of Raleigh, but we're not able to take a single series, and certainly no expectation here. But for NRG, it's kind of about getting back to the fundamentals and getting back to what they're best at. They didn't get the result that they wanted in Raleigh. Obviously, BeastMode having that iconic moment, shouting up into the rafters, getting into the semifinals, but they know that they can be the best team, and their sights are obviously set much higher.
Absolutely. I mean, nothing other than a win is acceptable for these guys. Even when they were making every grand final, they didn't like being the grand final team. They want to be the team that wins. They don't want to be second. Now they're, making a streak of top fours. They don't want to be the team that's on the streak of top fours. Like I said, they want to win. So these guys are absolutely the contenders here. They'll consider themselves the favorites, or at least even in every matchup they play. They're the favorite today as we kick off, or as we fake kick off with NRG.
For those of you that may just be tuning in, getting into the game, we are starting with Group A, which features FUT, Virtus.pro, NRG, and K-Corp. So, yeah, not so fun for FUT or Virtus.pro. Only the top 2 teams in each group get out. So NRG likely going to be one of those 2. We'll see what FUT have for them as BeastMode will pop this one up, avoids that demo, gets over everybody, and sets it up for a free goal.
Yeah, I could do that. The Daniel bit.
Daniel part?
The Beast Mode bit. No, I can't do that bit.
Surely you have a little Beast Mode in you.
I don't know if I can do that bit. That's a great play by Beast Mode. The defenders forced him high. The first challenge was a good challenge, forcing Beast Mode high, but the second challenge didn't come in fast enough, so Beast Mode is able to spot a gap there and exploit it. And that's a good start for the new look, perhaps, offensive NRG. But are under no... they're not confused about their role in this group, though. They even said it themselves pre-match interview. They said they're just here to try and win some games initially. Even if they start badly, they're not going to lose focus. They know that this is a tough match.
So far, Daniel and company keeping things locked in the orange half. Maybe you'll get the 4 minutes of 1-0. BeastMode does get chipped, but so much time for Daniel to at least get a 50, and NRG still holding on to the midfield.
It looks like FUT are trying to bait them in a little bit. They're trying to hit them on the counter. Their ball's bouncing around in the back corner for extended periods of time. NRG are never going to fall for that, though. They're not a team who are known for overextending. They're putting them on defense again. Oh, BeastMode with the almost accidental double tap sets up Atomic for the open net, 2-0.
I mean, they're looking like goldfish in a bowl, but dead goldfish. Everyone just running into each other, completely flown out. BeastMode happy to take out any more defenders there in an easy 2-0.
That's just fantastic stuff out of BeastMode there. I love to see the smiles, the laughing at the double post hit there. Saw those guys. Actually, yeah, I saw Daniel at the airport on the way in here, looking relaxed, looking ready. And even you see him in the nice try there with the pre-jump pass. Seeing them in the pre-match interview as well. I love to see that from him. Nobody's really ever questioning Daniel's gameplay, but it's all about Daniel as a human, as a person. We need to know more about him. We got to know a little bit more about him earlier on today.
And do we know, what's his favorite meal? Or, when he gets up in the morning, what kind of cereal does he eat? Is he even a cereal guy? These are all the questions I think of when I want to know more about Daniel. Always seems to be food related.
Yeah, I would love to know some more food related. I want to know expand Daniel's palate a little bit.
Yeah.
Out here in Saudi, obviously the food is plentiful. Have they had the ball in? They just to say it, they did do it, but they've not really had the ball in the blue half.
Not with possession, no.
And NRG are known for doing this to teams that they vastly outperform. They just put them in defense for the entire game. And it's actually, in my opinion, games like this that infuse the whole conversation about, are NRG a defensive team? Well, no, in a matchup like this, they're absolutely not. They know that they're so fast, they're so mechanical, that they're going to win almost any race to any ball that they want. And they can sit upfield, they can cherry pick. Atomic there getting involved, and now BeastMode's got a wide open net, 3-0. It's like we'll have to wait till later on in the tournament to find out if they have changed their identity at all in the matchups that are more even.
And FUT, when they do get a chance with the ball with space, they're just kicking it away anyway. It doesn't even feel like they're trying to control the ball with the little bit of time that they've had space. Constantly forced to chip it away, dump it away. But yeah, NRG, like you said, probably not going to get a real test out of them. Even in this group, when they play K-Corp, if they really have to play them, we probably won't see the full force of them until we actually get to the playoff mark, because by the time they play K-Corp, the chances are they've already secured their place in the playoffs the next stage of this tournament.
Yeah, and for FUT, this has just been another harsh reminder. Oh, nice play here, attempted passing play, full team involved, but no shot at the end of it all. NRG are just automatic at this point. It's just an easy, routine win against a team that they far outclass. Well, can they get anything going here? FUT, no, they can't. And it's going to be another counter attack. Open net for Atomic. You know, earlier on in the match, it was FUT trying to beat NRG into overextending. Now they've been forced to do so themselves in the hunt for any kind of chance on target.
Oh, look, if you could channel point bet an over-under for how many goals NRG would score per game in this tournament, set that, chat, let's ask you, if I set that over-under to like 3, what would you have bet before? Considering we're talking about all this defense, I'd probably still go the over, though, Johnny. Maybe I'm using hindsight, and I'm cheating a little bit there with NRG already having 4 goals.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is good for them, though, because if they are going to try and farm some goals, get the goal per game stats a little bit higher so they don't come dead last or second last in the goals per game at the end of the tournament, then this is where you do that. You start to farm some goals in the early rounds where you are just the better team, and BeastMode's made it 5. Or was it VK Salem making it 5? Not sure from that angle if it was indeed savable.
Tough angle for him. BeastMode got all of that one. Oh, he got bumped and chipped. VK couldn't get there. But I certainly know that JamesBot will use that goal per game stat against you later. Be like, no, see? Look, they score a lot of goals.
I'm looking forward to it.
But yeah, about as clean as an opening as you can hope for. I'm waiting for the double pre-jumps to start coming out here from NRG. The ball tossed away. Midfield easy. Handle for Daniel and BeastMode. BeastMode using the seal.
Oh.
Just a little too much on it.
You know, I'll tell you something. I actually don't want to see the pre-jumps from NRG. And the reason is I want to see them just play as efficiently, as brutally, mercilessly as possible and win this by 10. You know, that's what I would like to see out of them. They're not going to win by 10 in this game, but maybe game 2. You know, if they could just come out and play efficient Rocket League, I think that's going to translate into the later rounds a lot better than, you know, if they try double pre-jump play, I'm like, okay, that's cool here, but I don't think you're doing that in the harder matches. So, you know, it doesn't really tell me anything about NRG and how they're approaching this event. But, you know, you look at teams like Furia, Falcons, who come out and absolutely body the early rounds. They don't necessarily peak in terms of individual mechanical goals. They just score 7 or 8 really simple goals in the same game. So that's what I would like to see from NRG. And honestly, it's what we did see this game. There was a little bit of flash, a little bit of mechanics, but largely just effective rotation and mechanics.
And no answer for FUT. They weren't even able to put any semblance of pressure in the blue half. This play set the tone for the entirety of game 1. BeastMode avoiding literally everybody on FUT. There was 2 potential bumps, and he avoided them so cleanly. Thank you, production, for the slow-mo on that. That definitely highlighted it. That play in net, BeastMode getting the bump as well.
I mean, he obviously didn't mean to initially double tap the ball off the post, but he straight away gets into the next best play, and that's something that a lot of Rocket League players at all ranks can do. Is if your plan A doesn't work, if the first play he's trying to score there, it didn't go in, just straight away do something else that's effective. Whether it's a bump on a goalkeeper, and you know, if the ball is behind you, opponent's in front of you, and your teammates got a free touch, then of course the bump is always on.
All right, chat. Now I got a fun little challenge for you. I was talking about over/under in that first game. Do you think NRG are going to eclipse the 5 goals that they scored in Game 1 and Game 2? Give me a 1 if you think that they will score more than 5 goals, or give me a 2 if you think they're going to score less than 5 goals. We've got Game 2 underway. NRG running up the scoreboard.
It's a half-flip kickoff out of NRG, and they've not actually played it too well. I think the ball, yeah, definitely was meant to be collected there by, I believe it was Daniel in the back corner. Not supposed to leave that one, but with the next rotation coming in, they were more than fine. What have you got in that over/under?
I'm going to say they get 6.
6?
I can feel 6. They got to score in this first minute. I'm going to change my prediction real quick if they don't score.
Am I just a hater? I'm feeling another 1-0. I just still don't believe.
I don't know if they're going to give you a single 1-0.
Too many 1-0s. It's not like I can't picture anything else. Oh, go on then.
Okay.
kind of a good shot by Daniel.
Kind of?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know about that one.
It was kind of a good shot because it was awkward, not because it was likely to go in. I thought maybe they were going to mess up the save, but well, that's a hard hit. BeastMode collects a heat check with a perfect catch.
How much you get paid for that one? Atomic will slip right through a defender, but he's going to get demoed otherwise. VK Salen, that's the most space he's had all game, and he can't work his way around anybody. Put a good push back to the corner. See, now I want to change my prediction.
Oh.
They haven't scored yet. Nice fake. Nice shot.
Oh, a save.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, the fake as well, leaving the shot uncontested. FUT are in trouble, obviously, in the matchup. Just in general, but they have to help each other out in defense. You've got to assume that the first player whose challenge is getting outplayed have another one ready to go. Somebody's just got to be up here immediately. Torres does get up into the air. It's a great play, actually. Waits for the pre-jump and then, or waits for the reset, sorry, then gets the interception.
Now, Torres and Raleigh did have a couple of standout moments, but I guess this team going to be hard. Atomic just going to let it go. Daniel almost scooped it away. Atomic will have his corner boost. They have the midfield, FUT do, but no one willing to go up against BeastMode. They're going to go back to the wall, not even get the touch. It's a bit awkward, heavy. Daniel takes control of it again. Demo takes out NRG's third man, forces BeastMode to buy some time.
Yeah, safe play there by BeastMode in the back pass by Daniel. NRG playing off each other really well here at both ends of the pitch. And they're just looking for a safe goal, it would seem. They're not trying to take any unnecessary risks as they hit the crossbar again. Atomic with the air dribble. Beautiful control. And this is where NRG do a lot of their best work. Just nipping into the corner, stealing the boost away, keeping the opponents back in goal, and then eventually a misplay will present itself. There it is, and it's 1-0.
I was almost, I know you were going to say it right before it happened. The miscue right here, as he can't get under the ball. Leorio got dusted by Atomic, couldn't get control of the ball, didn't have the boost. And your 1-0 prediction might come right here. You might not be a hater. You might just be an oracle.
I mean, I was thinking if it's going to be 1-0, you need, like for the 1-0 to be the likely scoreline, it would have to be maybe a minute remaining. But we had 2:30 left there, and actually a chance for FUT to put one on the board. That would be unexpected. NRG are, of course, one of the hardest teams to score on. Though they're, just to say that, are they really though? No, they're not. They're really easy to score on. Just roll it down the middle, and it's probably open.
Oh, BeastMode.
Bang.
Got caught looking.
They only bounced twice on the way in. That's how you know it was a thunderous shot.
No, wait, did we curse NRG by making all these bets about
I might have done.
how many goals they were going to score? Well, BeastMode just rips it high at the crossbar.
That was an own goal pull shot in the making.
Luckily for FUT, they didn't get that. But it gets kicked back. NRG will have to control this one with under 2 minutes to go in game number 2.
Oh, what a catch. Yeah, just as I was trying to say, NRG are generally hard to score on. If not the hardest team to score on in the past 2 years. Although they don't score as many goals against other top-tier competition, they concede so few. At the other, So anyway, like I was saying, NRG are just so easy to score on, honestly. Like, put the ball in the net and it's probably open. Any part of it, just stick it. That's a great shot, to be fair. That's not open. It's a slot and a half off the post.
That's the first pass we really seem to connect on.
I'll stop talking about NRG's defense. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it to Sal for a bit.
We never really talk about NRG being a defensive team, so we were expecting FUT to definitely get a couple of goals in this series.
Yeah, this is obviously not unusual in the slightest.
Well, Leorio trying to make the most of it here. Torres slips out from underneath, and all of a sudden, FUT have some life. Wins another touch. Third man coming in, but not on target. VK Salen couldn't find a way in. Leorio will steal the boost.
Oh, back pass. There it is.
Free ball.
Double back pass.
Wow. Oh, that was actually a good chip across, too. You get to keep possession. VK Salen panics as the demo was coming quickly. And despite just getting back to that ball, FUT weren't able to keep pressure. They do get a clear. Less than a minute to go. They could take a game off of NRG. They just got to find a way to keep steady here on defense. Quick shot. BeastMode sitting underneath as well. They're not going to get a goal here. FUT diving underneath it. Forces through one of the 50. Leoro not going to get more of it. NRG get control.
I love that double commit on the goal line from FUT, just making absolutely sure that somebody gets the save. I'm being dead serious when I say that. You know, you've got to double commit sometimes against NRG because they're going to have multiple players committed to the attack. You need to do the same in defense. They've done it again, and they've actually kept it out.
Yeah, that looked like a real dangerous ball. The fact that he was able to stand in there, make the save. BeastMode off the ceiling. Finds a little pincher. It's awkward, but the touch still gets it, still keeps it safe. 10 seconds. FUT racing it. Insurance. Oh, almost assure them the victory. NRG with the ball in hand. With time or with no time. Hang on, it doesn't matter. Leoro stole the ball, stole the goal. Well.
Oh, this coffin baby's got hands. 3-1. No one had that in the predictions. I didn't have that in the prediction. I thought this was going to be an NRG sweep, but
I thought perfect sweep. I thought that was on the table. I'm not going to lie.
3 goals in a row. Well.
A little respect there for FUT Esports taking game number 2 and really caught NRG sleeping on that first goal, but you called it out for that second goal. Really was more of them making a great play, a great pass, and a great shot to the left side. Yeah. And then they really didn't relinquish possession after that. They were able to get to the challenges. They weren't getting starved by NRG. Were just able to get to every single ball.
Yeah, you know, credit to them. That first goal was a bit of a lapse of concentration from NRG, both Daniel and BeastMode trying to play second man at the same time. But the second goal is a brilliant pass, even better shot, in off the post. NRG had multiple players back. And then it was the defense from FUT that actually kept them in this one. They had a couple of excellent double commits on the goal line. And again, I mean it when I say that. You've got one player challenging, another player ready to pre-jump a save. And that frustrated NRG a little bit, caught them off guard.
All right, so we definitely have been memeing this group all like leading ever since the groups got revealed. Everybody has been memeing these groups. Okay, chat, you at home, you've been memeing this group. Johnny and I have been memeing this group. The desk has. But memes have a funny way of biting back sometimes. So is it possible, Johnny, if you had, after game 2, what's your percentage chance?
Close to 0, honestly. Close to 0. I don't believe in it. I don't believe it. Okay. There's just absolutely no way that NRG lose this series. You've got to, no, there's just absolutely no way, right? I mean, if I don't talk about how good of a defensive team they are, they're surely winning this. If I talk about their defense, maybe they lose. I'll try not to be biased here. That's a good save by FUT. And whenever I credit FUT's defense, they don't seem to concede, so it's clearly not me. I don't think
at least for FUT. It might be NRG specific, or maybe it's just NA teams.
It could be.
We know how you are with those, but drop down, NRG. See if they can build a little bit of pressure. FUT goes straight for the demo, Leoro. They keep tackling him. BK Salen collects another.
Oh, the bump.
Back, no. Maybe a pass.
Oh, there it is.
Does connect on the 50, but gonna have to do more to get this ball out of the corner. Nobody in the, actually no, Torres is right there. Wants to pass back, but couldn't get control quickly enough. BeastMode, not quite with no boost.
Well, you know, FUT are they have gained confidence. It's clear to see they've gained confidence. They're attacking with more speed now. Oh, it's another crossbar for NRG. BeastMode dodges the demo on the way in. Forces the awkward save in defense. And now NRG can get going. They can start to work, but BK Salen with the save on the goal line. Now, can NRG just get into that zone where they put shots on without overextending? It's what they're so good at, but it's what got them in trouble in the last game. Here's Atomic now. Saves continue coming in for FUT.
FUT have no boost. They've had no boost for like 10 seconds, but they somehow get another save, and it's off the bar and saved again! FUT have had no boost still! It's been 30 seconds, and there's finally a canister. Atomic gets another one, and it's kicked up again. How have FUT kept it scoreless?
And once again, NRG, if there's something we can criticize about their play in the last year or so, it's the finishing, and they've hit the bar there a couple of times, and that's not testing FUT, it's not forcing a save. The crossbar's just got them covered, so NRG have got to keep it under the stick. They put it wide now. I mean, that was a blue trail, so it's gone out for a throw-in. Here it comes back in the middle of the other post, and NRG might have overextended here. BeastMode's alone in defense, does well.
It looked like they were completely exposed. BeastMode saves the day. Daniel, catch it up high. NRG have stayed in the air for as long as possible, but it's the woodwork, it's the earth that's killing them right now. That shot's on target, but FUT were ready for it.
Mid's open.
Another catch for Atomic. BK wasn't able to quite get him. Torres also there. I don't know how in the world They're somehow clearing him out. This is a dangerous ball. He gets demoed, and that will clear some space for NRG, and try to throw it back at him, and it's not on target again.
It's miles off as well. I mean, NRG are just missing the target here. They've had about 4 or 5 pretty clear-cut chances. Maybe not to score, but to at least hit the target and, you know, hopefully get a follow-up shot after an awkward save comes in. But they're just not hitting their shots at the moment.
Torres will hold them. Could have a little bit of boost, but nobody gets the touch, and they'll still make the save. Rebound finally off the post. Well, you get the follow-up shot finally, Johnny, and they can't stop hitting the wood. Oh my goodness, what the world is going on, dude?
I mean, at some point, this is going to work. It's got to go in eventually.
Surely.
When is the question? Reset. No reset. What? It was a ghost reset.
I thought he had it. Beast mode off the ceiling, trying for a pass. And Atomic said, nope, there was no window for me to go. He'll try to receive the pass from Daniel. Gets a little sloppy here. How in the world did he get? That's insane.
A great timing there by Atomic. Oh, this is a bit awkward for Daniel. He does really well, of course, in defense, as always. And Atomic looking to outplay one. Daniel actually got tripped up there while trying to bump BK Sailing, so NRG are pretty committed on this attack. And they're going to continue committing. They believe that their pressure is going to cause a goal to come eventually. And they're surely unmissable. BeastMode with a shake of the head puts it in. He probably can't believe it's taken this long.
There's absolutely no way BeastMode was going to miss this shot. They finally caught them out. And yeah, I mean, shaking the head, it's got to be frustrating with a record amount of post and crossbar hits. Surely that has to be real frustrating, but put off this kickoff. Get a good pop. Torres tries to get to the ceiling, but early there for the 50. But trying to pressure, no touch, cleared back downfield.
You know, we do have to give credit where it's true. There's been some good saves for FUT, so it's not all been the crossbar and the post and NRG's inaccuracies, but there has been a lot of inaccuracy as well. FUT have managed to create almost no offense, no counterattacks for all of NRG's attempts on net. And we might get the fabled 1-0.
Certainly looks like we may be going there. NRG, barring a lapse here in the midfield, should be taking what was a very exciting 0-0 game, at least on one half of the pitch. It drops down and saved. And Beast Mode says, yeah, ain't going for that one. We'll take the 1-0. One more game to go.
All right, I think we've had probably one of the biggest individual game upsets we're going to have all tournament, with FUT winning in Game 2 against NRG. And then what do we get afterwards? Just a classic NRG performance. We've had crossbars everywhere. We've had plenty of offensive pressure. And what does it end with? A 1-0. So it's not just the inaccuracy of the crossbars. I mean, that's basically open. And Atomic's got to score that. You can't be missing that one. But even the shot before is straight at the goalkeeper. Yet they're missing by miles there. Daniel way off. Beast Mode hit the target there. Atomic did hit the target, but they're not putting the ball in awkward positions. They're allowing these saves to happen, albeit great saves, and off the post. And then another follow-up save there.
Me too, buddy. Me
Absolutely insane.
Basically my face the entire series, or the entire game 2, excuse me. 3, I guess we're at. But yeah, so
But a lot of those should go away. Like, you know, the saves are impressive for FUT. They're covered in parts of the goal, but they're not covered in all the goal. You can't cover all the goal in a lot of these exchanges because NRG have got so much pressure, so much more speed. But NRG are missing. They're hitting goalkeepers, they're hitting posts and crossbars, and it didn't cost them in this game. But if they do that later in the tournament, that will absolutely be a loss, a game loss on the board.
Even some of those shots that they had, Johnny, was like, how much did we see that FUT were completely starved?
Yeah.
There was like 30 plus seconds they had no boost. So surely you should be able to get a rebound there and put it on target. If you're NRG, every single one of those need to be money, especially against this kind of roster. If you're an NRG fan hoping at home that they can use EWC to get that extra bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Competitiveness that they feel like they're missing to be that world champion type team. Right now, it's definitely a warm-up for NRG. FUT are not out of it at all. If they keep that kind of goal line defense up, they still have a counter-attack or two. Try to defend, and that was a little awkward.
Really?
Failed reset. Beast Mode avoids one. One tap, no reset,
no
drops
reset.
it, and saved away.
That's the second game in a row now that BeastMode's tried a reset double and he doesn't get the reset. He's lining up as if to use one and then doesn't have it available when he wants it. NRG have got to start looking in field more, in my opinion. They've had options in the last game. They had a ton of moments where they could have gone infield, and instead they've just gone at the goal directly. I think, you know, the infield pass would be wide open at this point. They've shot the ball so many times on target that FUT are stacking the net. They know the ball's coming at their net. So what's going to be open is they can't cover everything if they're stacking the net with more than one player. Either the backboard or mid's going to be open, and it's mostly mid pass that is available.
Oh, here we go again. They demoed one player. BeastMode keeps it up off the ceiling. It's a bit of oomph on the reset. Daniel keeps it locked in, no boosts. Ooh, can you hold on to this ball and create a counterattack opportunity? You were saying that they were generating absolutely no offense despite all the saves they were getting. NRG controlling the rest of the pitch regardless of how often they get a doink, or not a doink, excuse me, the ding. And it's cleared up. Put back on defense and really trying to manage their boost totals. They are not very high right now. It's put through and barely got back in time. BeastMode gets a perfect touch up to his teammate for the clear.
Great cover there from Atomic. That was the part they got wrong in game 2 where they just crept up too far with everybody. Atomic had the hard clear covered. Still not really a lot of creativity and offense out of NRG. Everything's straight at the net. Everything's solo play for the most part. And, you know, if they're going to continue just battering the backboard like this, it should be fine in this game and in this series. They're still very likely to win it, but I think they're almost making it harder on themselves by not switching up the angles a little bit more.
It doesn't feel like NRG are the type of team to kind of let their pride or let their ego get to them a little bit.
I don't think so, no.
And so, kind of sticking to that one game plan. It's not like we should just be shooting lasers at the net and they should just be going in. But maybe you just get caught in the rhythm a little too much if you're NRG.
It's not like they don't infield pass. We know that they love to use that strategy. It's not like they don't air dribble bump pass. They use that very well on occasion. But I don't think I've seen an air dribble bump pass. That's kind of an infield pass, but it's very slow and has to be pre-jumped. I want to see, just a classic, just singer mid to a free shot.
Daniel getting harassed quickly. That's the most length that FUT have seen in the blue half. And BeastMode clean touch once. Has it dropped down, but nobody was available. FUT had the ground covered. Daniel off the ceiling. Another tap off the board. That is a beautiful shot.
He spotted the opening. Daniel with a double tap. He had the time. Ceiling, I call it triple tap actually. Had the ceiling involved as well. And he made it unsavable with that bounce shot, avoided the goalie. So, exactly their mistake in the last game. Sniping goalies. Daniel, this time, shoots it under the pre-jump.
Well, NRG got their one goal. You got your 1-0s, but not until halfway through the series. We'll see what FUT can do, though.
Yeah, now it does feel like that is a likelihood, but can Atomic make it 2? Yes, he can! It's a double tap for NRG in game 4. Daniel got one, now Atomic's got one as well.
Well, see, they were like, we're just keep hitting the backboard. Eventually, these double taps are going to hit the mark. Now we just need the BeastMode backboard reset to hit. And they've completed the trifecta, and they can feel better about how the series went.
He just needs one chance. I mean, these guys are all automatic with the double taps. Can they get the ball up to him? Needs to be a bit higher than that one. Yeah, overall, it's been a messy series from NRG's POV. Losing a game and missing so many opportunities is not how they wanted to have this go. Just why not another one just for the road? But yeah, they're going to be fine, obviously. And there's such a difference in skill between the two teams. NRG can have a series played with inaccuracies and overextensions by their standards and still be comfortably winning.
Yeah, I mean, these back 2 games are really what you want to see from a team that should be dominating FUT when you're not. How you respond to that kind of adversity.
Great steal.
3-0's a great way to do it.
Great steal by BeastMode. Just a little touch on it. He knew that with the way they've been hitting the ball, if he put too much on that, it's probably going into the crossbar. So just a tiny addition of power, and it's 3.
Much better go for NRG in this group stage. Lots more in Group A. K-Corp are also good for a cheeky little upset or two. So
nice play.
Maybe they'll give that to us a little later. Leoro will get a goal here.
It's 30 seconds left, so we're not done yet.
Bot kickoff.
Kickoff strats are available. We could see a fake demo. Quite a known strategy for the Spanish players. Not so common in threes though. Oh, they do go for it. There it is. We should have seen it. Oh, it's all chaos. This is why kickoffs in Rocket League can be so entertaining, because anything can happen, but NRG have survived.
I don't know who second man was there on foot, but he just completely missed the ball.
I think it might have been a trip situation. It could have been a bump by NRG as well. I mean, when everybody's coming in at low momentum, bumping each other, both teams are probably going to feel it.
Well, NRG, look, chat, you thought this one was going to be a sleeper, but it absolutely was not. Entertaining way to start the day here at the Esports World Cup. And Daniel, BeastMode, and Atomic can rest their laurels for a little bit, taking their first victory here against FUT.
Yeah, they're going to be hitting up the shooting training packs later on tonight. I'm sure Sathy's going to have them all preloaded in the boot camp. PCs are all going to, go get their lunch, go to their afternoon practice and be like, wait a minute, we're not in the main menu. We're all in bronze striker training. Sathy will be like, sit down. Sit down, pick up your controllers. I want to see 10 out of 10 on this before we go on to silver.
I'd like to think Sathy was that hard.